Welcome back everyone, and thanks for joining in. My name is Tyler Cranston, the founder of Easy Life Journey, and in this episode I want to be sharing with you about this amazing subject on positive thoughts, how to be positive and happy every moment. This subject should concern you because many of us actually don't know how to be positive or happy 24/7. People are always searching for answers to their negative or unhappy lives in the wrong places, but luckily for you, I have all the answers you need right here. You see, I was that very negative person for 10 years, so I have real life knowledge. It was difficult to get rid of negativity, believe me, but I did it through self-help and education, and I'm happy to share with you how today I'm always happy and positive. Positive thoughts can dramatically change every action, situation, and how we live day by day. Did you know that this universe is made of energy, and so are we? When we send out negative energy, then we are surrounded by negative forces and energy. The same goes for positive energy. Positive thoughts is not a force to be reckoned with. You must try to start thinking positively in every single moment of your life. I'm going to cover 4 vital topics on why positive thoughts should be incorporated into your life. Please watch the whole video if you want to know how to be happy and positive 24/7. It could really change your life. Let's begin with number 1, shall we? Number 1, when you will enjoy life more. Each negative and bad thing that comes into our lives, we tend to ponder on its negativity for longer than we should. Let's take an example. You know when you lost your phone, you get scared, anxiety, maybe even sad or angry. But after getting a new phone and 1 to 6 months down the road, everything seems normal, doesn't it? Looking back, if those times didn't do anything, it was that they wasted more time and brought more sorrow and negativity. We get sucked into the bad times and we forget that everyone has bad things happen to them every single day. Some people have it worse than others, while some pay the price with their lives. About 150,000 people die a day. I'm sure you knew that, but have you really let that sink in? The message I'm trying to convey to you is that we really only have 2 choices whenever anything happens to us. We can be negative or positive about it. The more you practice something, the better you get at it. So practice negativity, your mind will naturally act that way in most bad situations. When we practice negativity for a few days or even a few weeks, it eventually becomes habitual. Instead of waking up and groaning about taking care of the kids and being stuck in traffic, think about how beautiful the weather is, how you are healthy and alive. You have families that care about you. You live in a decent house with adequate food and drinks that fill your belly daily. Doesn't that seem a little bit better than half of the world's population that lives less than $2.50 a day? So many of us in the first world country take everything for granted. That's why it's so hard to be positive and happy all the time, because we always expect the best. That mentality is flawed and dangerous. Wake up by exercising or meditating 10 to 20 minutes in the morning in pure good richness and sunlight. There are a couple ways to meditate, but practice transcendental meditation. It's one of the easier ways. Just say something positive in your head over and over again, but visualize and feel those words. You can say, I am strong, I am blessed, today is a good day, and the likes. When you say these words inside your mind, it starts to think that it is real. Your mind and body work pretty much the same way through repetition. It's really amazing how the mind works, but stick to one sentence and repeat it a few times. Then go on to another word or a sentence of your choice. Number 2 is healthy can cure illness, disease, and practically anything. Dr. Joseph Dispenza has written a few books as well as spoken publicly about curing diseases, cancer, and illness with your mind. He has been in this field for many years, so I'm sure he knows what he's talking about. To make it real short, he got into an accident and the doctor said that he could probably never walk again. He couldn't imagine being in a wheelchair for the rest of his life, so he thought about walking and imagining himself walking every day. He practiced walking therapies every day slowly and little by little to where he's able to walk perfectly. There are many Christians out there who also believe that faith can cure their illness and prefer not to see the doctor, and it seems to work for some. The power of mass prayer is very strong, full of energy and positive vibes. These healing waves and lights or rays are invisible to us, but they are there. How does the subconscious mind work? To make it short and sweet, it means when you think and believe, what you think and believe will be your reality and truth. Through many years of repeated same thoughts, your mind will eventually have to correlate it with something. That something is either false or reality. When you do something that you enjoy over and over, doesn't your mind already know it is enjoyable? If you believe you're ugly and dumb, then your mind will believe it to be so, and vice versa. Of course, action speaks louder than words, so incorporate actions with thoughts to produce the desired effects that you want. Studies conducted on Chinese Americans concluded that they die earlier than white Americans because of their traditional beliefs in the Chinese zodiacs. Their thoughts of earlier death actually made their body sick, and so traditional Chinese Americans really did die earlier than the white Americans. When you focus on the negativity and the bad situation, you are putting that energy into your body. This negative energy can't be created or destroyed, only transferred. So in a sense, you are taking external negative energy and putting it into your body, which is toxic. When you think more about negativity, you start to develop those feelings associated with your thinking patterns. These include depression, anxiety, worrying, suicide, loneliness, unworthy, useless, and so on. Your emotions start to change and every day becomes a living hell. This can have a domino effect, which means one negative thoughts lead to another and another until it stops or change. Number 3, radiate positive energy and good vibes. Do you normally have good or bad things happen to and around you? If bad, then start changing how you attract things because your life may depend on it. Surround yourself with good and positive people. They say you're the average of the 5 closest people you hang around with. A good attitude will get you very far in life, work, relationship, and everything. In the corporate world, who are the ones that get hired first? The motivated, good attitude, good energy, and positive people. Make each day your day. Did you conquer yesterday? If not, then conquer today and tomorrow and every single day until your last breath. How will you start each morning can affect your whole day. A bad morning with bad energy will usually bring forth a day full of misfortunes and negativity. But a morning with a good attitude and positivity will bring goodness all day. Number 4, will impact your career and goals. Most of us work for somebody else, and how much effort do we actually give them or the company? You've already worked for someone for 5 or 30 years and you've had enough. You're not really getting anywhere, are you? Well, are you still going to continue working in misery until you're fired or wait for something bad to happen? It doesn't sound easy because you're comfortable at your job even though you hate it. Get comfortable being uncomfortable. It will make you stronger and successful. No wealthy person became wealthy in 2 days. They put a lot of hard work, time, and maybe many of them fail. However, if you never give up, then you will eventually succeed. It's just common sense for the most part. Look at Thomas Edison, over 1,000 fails. The light bulb finally stayed lit without turning off too quickly. If you don't take risks, then you will never experience the reward. Wealthy people take risks all the time, but they do it wisely and effectively. I've taken risks twice. It cost me half of my lifetime earnings, but I've gained knowledge and wisdom through failure. That's the thing people don't understand. Failing isn't bad. If anything, it grows and matures you. When you put in the long hours, do things out of your comfort zone, able to deal with pressure and stress in a calm manner, etc., then life will become that much easier.